Yeah. Oh, Millie with the stats and facts. No, really. And you know, Hendo gon' tell you the truth. B.I. Mr. Info, you know what we here for. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we cover from Dog Shades to the team at the Barclays. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to Ja being wanted. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, let's go.
Happy holidays, man, from the Old Heads. We back at it again, man, back in the basement, bringing y'all that great content, man, bringing that holiday cheer, man, all that good stuff. So if you don't know, I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Saturday night, back in the building, man, and we got a spicy one this holiday season. We're going to be, of course, talking about Josh Giddey. Some of you guys probably haven't heard about that. Would things be different if he had a little bit more melanin to him? Ugh. We also gonna be talking. We also gonna be talking about the Bears, man. I got a chance to watch that entire game, and man, that was a crushing loss, man. Losing to the Browns like that, losing to Joe Flacco, and man, we got a whole host of other things. Of course, 10 questions today. There was a big discussion with Cam Newton about a playmaker. And well, what did he say it was, B.I.? What's the difference between a
playmaker and a game
a game changer and a game manager? So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking 10, I'm going to be naming 10 quarterbacks, and these brothers are going to tell me whether they were a game changer or a game manager. So, but before we do any of that, I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves. Old Heads, episode 80. It's a milestone. Welcome, man. Appreciate y'all.
Bills, Old Head from the basement. Holla at us.
Yes, sir.
Hendo, a.k.a. Fridge Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Honeypack himself.
Yes, sir. Mr. Honeypack in the building. So, of course, how we start every episode, Hendo's Hot Takes. What's the hot takes today, Hendo?
I'm going to go back to a throwback until we can get this shit figured out. Michael Jordan, son, inviting Michael Jordan to his wedding to Larissa Pippen.
Oh, shit.
Shit. I feel like that's kind of an insult if you his son. To be with my one of my ex-teammates, ex-friends, wife like that was already kind of frowned upon by him, at least, because he knew her. They the same age damn near, you know. He was there probably when they linked up, you know, so he know her, you know. So for just the, you know, Pops don't really like that. You know, I get what him and Pip go through. That's their thing, you know what I'm saying? But to kind of, I don't think you want to make it that sloppy, you know. I wouldn't make it a special invite for my dad and hold it against him like that. And I kind of feel like his son might try to hold that against him because he wasn't at that wedding or soon to be wedding. And I'm like, man, I feel like that's kind of disrespectful, man. That's you know,
you can't see that through your pop's eyes. You classless.
Well, that's what I understand. You know, why invite him though? Why make it a point to invite him like that? Like you made like Pops. I really would like. Nah, man. Catch me at the getaway later or some shit. You know, give me a nice gift. You won't be here. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he set him up just like chicks do and shit. You waiting for a motherfucker to not answer the right way, so now you condemn this motherfucker.
Well, I just feel like that.
Oh man, look at how you did. Look, you didn't show up when it mattered. It was important.
But you know, he not really too, you know, I should say ecstatic about the situation. You know, he letting you live his life. He ain't here telling you all the bad things she done did, or vice versa. You know, he ain't doing none of that. But to go out here and try to make it a point, man, I feel like, man, you kind of just let it be, man. Just let it be. If you in love and y'all really like this, you don't need Pop's approval. Just y'all do you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So get off that shit, man.
Get off that shit,
Get off that shit, man.
And that's how we're going to start it off, man. I told you this is a spicy one, man. Episode 80. Going right into sports entertainment news. Of course, we got to talk about the Bears. Thoughts on the Bears and their crushing loss to the Browns, and who's to blame for all offensive woes. The Bears lost. If you guys didn't know, I'm pretty sure you all do. Let's go over it. Bears lost 20-17 after dominating most of the game. Fields was 19 of 40, 166 yards, a touchdown, 2 INTs, and 30 yards on the ground. Montez Sweat was phenomenal. He's a sack leader for 2 teams right now. He had 3 sacks. But Joe Flacco was key down the stretch to help Cleveland and that dominant defense pull out a win. And how do you guys feel about that? And, if that defense would kind of led to Fields' inaccuracy. I don't know, some questionable play calling. Who do you think's to blame for those offensive woes? I mean, because our defense, I felt like definitely did more than enough for us to win that game.
I think special teams kind of let us down this time too. I think Scott
Yeah,
is
the
a kind
bulk
of.
of the blame, though.
I'm not going. Well, I would say so because he kind of fumbled the ball off a punt return, and that gave him excellent field position, and they scored like off 2 plays, if not 1, right off that. And if that doesn't happen, that's 7 points off the board. So I would kind of blame some of the special teams for not doing their job. I mean, I know it sounds hard, but just catch the ball. I mean, special teams, But coming down the long run, I think it has to be Luke Getsky once again with some of these questionable play calls coming down in these late quarters. We seem to have a quarterback that's making plays, but we seem like we just get really like stagnant with some play calling down the line. That's kind of questionable.
You said make a play. I want to ask you, how did you, it was you as well, but since you're speaking of, how did you feel about us not going for the 3 points at the end of the half?
I didn't like that.
Okay, because I didn't know if it was just me or maybe
You play to score.
Yeah.
You play to score, and
take
I
all the money
always
you
say
have.
that, and that's something I feel like that's kind of why I feel like Plouse's job sometimes teeters on vacancy or not because of calls like that. There's no urgency, and I've said it this whole year. There's no sense of urgency when we need to score, when we need to score. Everybody's kind of walking to the lines and slow to check the ball, get the play in. At this point, we need to be running crisp. Come up here with 2 plays, ran already in the pocket. Right when we know this, everybody get to the line, run the second play. I'm not seeing that sense of urgency, and that falls on Eberflus, all of it. That's why I was saying the things earlier in this year that I was saying. When your team plays with a sense of urgency, you get more productivity out there. You're sharper, you're crisp, you get less penalties because everybody's moving as a unit. I don't think when coming in late game situations that we move that crisp, running wide receiver screens on 4th and 2 and 4th and 3 and stuff like that. These are real questionable calls when we really have a playmaker with Justin Fields. And if you really want to do something like that, send everybody to the right side to block and let Justin Fields run and create like that. If you're going to run a wide receiver screen like that for it to just get jammed up like that, yes. And I've had a real issue with some of the wide receiver screens and the wide receivers, what you want to call run plays coming out of there. There's been really real questionable times. These are 1st down, 3rd down like plays, not fourth down plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. That's why everything's always going to be a gray mark with Eberflus and Getsky going into next year.
like that. How you feel about who you playing, Bills?
Just blew their game up. I've been watching Big Brother shit recently. Don't judge me. Dog just blew their game up, dog. For real. Hey, man, it's a sad state of affairs, man. At this point, it's hard to comment on one team the best. You ever had a child that they just wasn't what you envisioned them and wanted for them in life?
Yeah.
That's the way the Bears feel. You know what I'm saying? They feel like that family member, that went down the wrong path. Hopefully they gonna come back on home, come to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Get back to winning at this thing. But right now, man, they sitting ducks, man. They waiting for the draft. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's obvious. We just playing this shit out, man. It should feel like intramurals to me, man.
I don't think it was a terrible game. I think we really played up to our potential. We just didn't get the win. I don't think it was. Everybody acts like it was just.
That's good, though.
Everybody acting like it was like a crushing. I think when we lost to the Lions like that, it was more crushing than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the wins are crushing to me. We know we're gonna lose
when we lost
these picks.
No, I felt like when we lost to the Packers, that was more crushing than this Browns game to me. I felt like we did really good against a top tier defense, and I think we. Joe Flacco showed us he has a little bit in the tank. We should give a lot of respect to Joe showing it, but will it be enough to get him through the playoffs? Probably not. But did it look for a good showing? Yes, it did. Is Joku a good tight end? Yes, he is. And is there some defensive calls out there that could have been better by Eberflus? Yeah. Like the fact that we had Justin Jones, a D lineman, guarding Njoku on a crucial play that we need to get a stop. And he ended up getting like 16 or 18 yards. And they ended up getting in scoring position to win. Why would you, that's questionable. And this man's been busting our ass all day and you put a D lineman on him. I felt better if you had the free safety come out his position and come cracking down. Because nobody was really killing us deep. We did get beat a few times, but we're getting killed deep. We're getting beat underneath, and then the players were getting a lot of yak. The yards after catch after that. And Jockey was fucking us up. He's huge, though. He's like 6'7", 6'8". He's a big guy. Pause, you know? Nah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really say who I was necessarily blaming. I think it's a little bit of everybody. I definitely didn't like the play calling. I still don't know if Fields necessarily processes things fast enough. It was a few times guys were wide open, but he was so focused on one receiver, you know what I'm saying, he missed them. And you can't do things like that when you're going against defensive line.
Let's talk about those drops for my guy too, Mooney.
I mean,
Mooney had some good. I've said it all year. I really like Mooney as a receiver. I like him, but he had some opportunities this year, hence last game even, and he did not utilize the full opportunities that he was given. And there were some opportunities where he could have got us some big yards. I remember Tunyon got down the field, dropped a big one, and that was a great throw. And I mean, that hit him right here in his hands, and all he had to do was bring it in. I mean, it hit him in his hands to bring it in. I mean, those are huge plays. I mean, I feel like Justin seen that. I felt like he's seen it. To see a tight end beating free safety over the top, like, I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes the receivers kind of let him down on this one.
I mean, but
there were some good throws made, put like that.
I mean, but Chicago's a short-handed team. I believe we're top 10 in drops. We don't drop the ball a lot. When
we go to one person, two people, Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, everybody else, Mooney is he's literally like 1 for 8.
Bro, I would stand on Mooney he's a 4. And
this nigga go down every time we talk about. First he was a 2, then he was a 3. Now he a 4.
That's not my fault.
Nah,
that's his play. That's not my fault. But no, what I'm saying is he's a 4 on a championship team. I think he would probably agree with that. On a Super Bowl team, on the Eagles, he would be a 4. You know what I'm saying? On the San Francisco 49ers, he would be a 4.
I understand. As the facts change, so do my opinion, man.
Yeah, it's fluid. But we're actually going to keep it right with football. This is one thing that's fluid with a lot of people. Brock Purdy, if he wins MVP, no disrespect, but would he be the least talented player ever to win MVP?
I would have to say, yeah. Because I still don't know what it is that he does like really well. I mean, he's a great game manager. He's great at that, but I don't know if that's...
Well, I've never seen Tom Brady didn't stand out as far as like what he...
But he had a huge arm, though.
Did he? Not really.
I feel like Tom's arm and accuracy was...
I didn't see it until he really got... until you got Randy Moss. I didn't really see it, to be honest. I seen it, though. He can throw it.
Yeah.
I thought about this, too.
So you think, you would say you think he'd be the least talented player?
Yeah, to get, if he was the winner MVP, yeah, because everybody else that I know that was MVP was pretty much a dog.
Yeah, for like years.
Yeah, they were dogs. Like when I think of like Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
It was always Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. It was always them. You know what I'm saying? What's the name? Was he the running back for Minnesota?
Wasn't Lamar Jackson MVP?
Yeah.
But he had a stellar year, though. That was a great year for him.
Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? But it's like quarterbacks, though.
He was throwing dots that year. He was doing that Superman show.
LT in 86 and Peterson. You know what I'm saying? But like really, it's just really quarterbacks. But I found one.
Let's see if we got the same guy.
I did find one.
Let's see if we got the same guy.
Mark Mosley?
No.
Okay.
No.
Mark Mosley, 1982. This motherfucker was a place kicker for Washington.
Yeah.
how in the motherfucker is this motherfucker? I understand how nice you can be and all of that. I'm just saying though, like to win MVP.
I mean, when Laces out though, every time.
Listen.
Laces out.
Listen.
I'm not sure what he preferred.
Laces out every time. I'm
Brock Purdy, despite like how we perceive him, he's second in the NFL in yards at 3,795 yards. He's first in touchdowns at 29.
Yeah.
He's seventh in INT, which is tied for 79. And then he has the best QBR at 76.
Yeah, because the style of play dictates that his game managing abilities is perfect for this style of play, which dictates that they don't throw the ball much, so you don't throw that many interceptions. When you do throw, it's a lot of yak, so you're going to get a lot of yards. And then those touchdowns are because of the yak. The receivers are doing the bulk of the heavy lifting here.
Okay.
Let's be truthful about what we're looking at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I love that team. But, you know, I just got to be honest, though.
I would say.
And a place kicker, going back to that point, that does not have the impact on the game.
That's
quarterback
crazy.
or somebody else should on the team. And if he did, that is a sorry ass fucking team. I'm just saying.
And you wanna know what? I was actually gonna take the place kicker, but I thought that'd be too easy. So I actually went a year. It was either before or after. I think it was a year before, and I would say it's between Brock Purdy and Brian Seppi. I hope I'm saying that right.
Don't even remember this dude.
Listen, the only Pro Bowl he went to was the year he won MVP. He was the leader. He was the leader of that Cleveland Browns cardiac kids. Brock is having a great year. He might be, but I think he might be the fourth or fifth best player on his team. So I think for me, that doesn't happen when you're talking about MVP. So I would say it'll probably be between him and Brian Seppi. I think that's how you say that.
It's really Brock Purdy. Because I don't even know. That kicker shouldn't even count. He shouldn't even be on the list. I don't know how that even happened.
With his numbers, though, he's first in touchdowns, bro. He's first
in kicker.
Oh, the kicker? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that's crazy.
He should not have more of an impact
I actually
on the game.
I actually want to go
and not only his quarterback,
more now.
but every other quarterback in the league. He was the MVP of the league, man. That means he was better than not only his quarterback, but every other quarterback in the league. It's hard.
Let me explain it to y'all. It would basically be like Tyreek Hill, like we're at the ESPYs. Tyreek Hill, who else is there? Dak Prescott is there. Patrick Mahomes is there. Josh Allen is there, right? We all talking about MVP type guys. Right? Who else? Name me one more MVP type guy. This year. That's playing this year.
Shit to
No, somebody better than two. Somebody right now.
Jalen Hurts? You heard saying?
No. Let's say Myles Garrett. Let's say Myles Garrett, who's having a phenomenal year, right?
Okay.
Well, they're all at the ESPYs, right? And the MVP ESPY goes to Justin Tucker, kicker for the Ravens.
Wow. Yeah.
That's basically,
weird.
that's basically like, huh? So I actually want to look into that myself and see.
It's weird because I don't know how you beat out people.
Kicks like a 90-some percentile.
No, but
Laces out.
You would be the one to be like, you would be like, shit, ain't a bad pick.
You guaranteed 3.
Man.
You guaranteed. 7 might come your way, but at 3.
Man, one team.
Where we at?
Man, one team that wasn't guaranteed a 3 a few weeks ago were the Clippers. But at one point they had won 8 straight games. Could this possibly be the year that the Clippers going or win a championship or have a deep run in the West? Now listen, over that span, Harden has been an X factor, averaging 20-10, 50% shooting, 48% from deep. The Clippers overall are 7th, both on defense and offense overall. The Big Four seems to have found that groove, and if healthy, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? If these guys can stay healthy, could they make a deep run?
Man, they're going to make the same run they make every year.
Shit.
They're going to go to the second round, get the draws beat off them. They're going to go back home with their head back down. That's what's happening, man. That's what's going to happen. Listen, I'm going to tell you why.
That was unnecessary.
The Clippers will always look good. They'll have all these good pieces, But we always forgetting they big gray area. All them niggas is injury prone. Every single one of them niggas on the team to the bench is injury prone.
Why looking like
man? Listen, man, that motherfucker strained a toenail.
Kawhi didn't play today.
And he'll strain a toenail and be out for 3 games. Nigga off a strained toenail. Talking about he slipped on the bar so tweaked his back.
But everybody else played.
They got the old. This is the most veteran squad. They supposed to look
They
good.
still got to be about 35 points though.
Listen,
The Celtics just fucked them right up today.
the thing about them is like they'll be the most experienced team that doesn't play enough defense. When we talk about a playoff,
They're 7th for defense. I don't know after the day, but
in the regular season. In the regular season, what's going to happen is a lot of these numbers that we talk about and these stats always tend to fade for these certain players in the playoffs. And Harden, he's one of them. Matter of fact, he's probably the main one. And then you have the other one who's the top one too, Russ. Russ is these guys just don't do good in playoff situations. I'm sorry. On every team I'm seen them on, except for that okay scene with Russ. And other than that, and the same thing with Harden, they just don't play well in the playoff scenarios. And you're going against teams like the Lakers who play very well in pressure situations. Then you got to go against the Nuggets, who are reigning champs right now, who also play very well in these situations. Then you got the Suns, who going. I don't know, because I think
me up out of my argument.
I think the Suns.
The more you talk, the more I want to change my mind about this.
I think they get ran out by the Suns. I think they are a good team, but they're all injury prone and they can't give you the big time numbers that's going to come in the end of the season because of their age and their old elements of injuries. Somebody going to go down. They're going to be like, oh, well, we weren't fully healthy. Nigga, y'all was never fully healthy. You picked up half these motherfuckers when they was already injured.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
We see. How you feel, B.I.?
Man,
Chip,
the
they
way
Brown
I
in the West.
the way I feel now is actually a little bit different.
Okay.
Because I wanted to give them a little bit more credit than that and talk about their full potential. Because they height is the Western Conference Finals. But they don't never reach their full potential. That's what this man is just saying, man. No, it's the same story all the time. It's either that or Paul George turned into George Paul and hit the side of the backboard from 3. It's either one of the two.
He turned into Petty P, not playoff P. Here go Petty P again. Damn. Here you go, man.
It don't be no
0 for 8 already from the 3 line.
P is hitting the side of the backboard from 3. That's what the playoff P. I don't know why he gave himself that name. Listen, man, I want to say, because listen, this the thing about it, right?
Right.
The matchups. When you get to the playoffs, it's about matchups. When you think about Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard, if you take the best team, the champs, if you take Denver, okay, they got Jamal Murray. What are the other big names that's going to say, I mean, they run plays, you know what I'm saying? They do. But when you sometimes need a bucket and to slow down, these guys may be able to manufacture a couple buckets. They play less as a team. They play less cohesively with the Clippers. But when it comes to situations, if the Clippers can get themselves every game in a situation where it's situational, kind of how football is, where it's coming down to bucket for bucket, can you match this type of shit coming down the stretch? Then I get the Clippers a little bit of, not an edge, but I can see how they can pull some of those games out. And that's against the best team in the league. You know what I'm saying? Or the best team in the West. So, of course, I give them a lot of, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for here, but credit or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think that they can get it done against more teams that people give them credit for. I think the teams they're going to have problems with is like Sacramento, Oklahoma City.
Is it fair to say they're talented enough and the Clippers are good enough to beat any team, any night?
No, because everybody can lose to somebody depending on what your kryptonite is. No, I don't think the Joker want to play Minnesota with them 2 7-footers.
He might not, but I guess the way I was looking at it is the Clippers can beat any team, any given night. The problem with the Clippers is we don't know if they can be in a playoff series if they can consistently beat a team over a 7-game stretch. If that makes sense.
I think they're good enough to get to the. I think they're good enough to get to the playoffs as is. I don't think they're going to make a big splash in the playoffs. I can see them getting to like the second round.
So, okay. Just to wrap it up. No deep run.
No
deep run.
Deep run.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Talking about deep runs. Josh Giddey. Incident. A lot of people, it's mind-boggling me. A lot of people haven't talked about this. Would this be different? That allegedly he was messing with an underage young lady. Allegedly, from what we heard. Allegedly.
Oh, that bitch was young.
Hey, well, allegedly. So, how do you guys feel about that? If he was African American or a Latino NBA player, do you think the coverage would be way different? Now, let me just say before y'all even, because I know y'all want to get into this, but let me just say, most of the suspensions, when you look at around the league, it had been for. Matter of fact, before I do that, go ahead, man. How you feel about that? If he was black.
Shit, if he was anything other than a cream color, he'd been suspended already. I'm trying to tell people, like, it's different. I seen two different cases. Both players was so-called harassing an athletic trainer, we'll call it, okay? Ladies, massages, ladies, whatever you want to call them in there, in the scenery, in the area, right? One guy, or both guys essentially did the same thing. We're talking to her in an inappropriate manner. Okay, long story short, both of them may have exposed something. I don't know if it was genitalia, but they were getting very sexualizing. Okay, one guy caught a fine for like 10 grand. The other one got suspended and a fine, and ended up getting kicked off the team. That's a huge difference, and the only difference was one was colored and one wasn't. So I strongly feel if this guy was from Atlanta or Milwaukee or Cali and he was on this team and something like this occurred and if he was a shade darker than what Giddey is, I think the repercussions would already be inflicted already. I think he'd already be on his suspensions, indefinite suspension, so they found out information. I just don't understand how this is happening. I do, but I don't. I do because this is supposed to be their year. Mm-hmm. So this would be taking a lot away from the city of, Oklahoma. So you don't want to do all that. But at the same time, look, it's just bigger than that, man. It's legal. But no legal actions have been pursued, though. That's the whole thing. I just think the NBA hasn't stepped in and did what it was supposed to do. Like I said, I need to at least see, I don't have to see 10 or 20 games, but a 5 to 8 game suspension and a $10,000 to $20,000 fine should be implicated. Some rules were broken, and I just want to see some justifications from the rules being broken, like they do for everybody the fuck else. Everybody, supposedly.
How you feel, Bill?
I ain't even gonna go in on little dude, man. Straight up, I ain't even gonna go in on him. All I'm gonna say is that he was wrong, and the NBA need to figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? As soon as possible, really. That's the damn problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta say something. Even if it ain't what everybody want, as far as coming down on the man with some punishment, even if it's like, say that shit quick. You know what I'm saying? Because taking all this damn time just seems like you're trying to figure out a way to spin this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, fuck all that.
Just hurry up and give it to him so he can be done with it. That's the whole thing. The easy you come and give him an answer, the sooner you get over this shit. Like, we gave him a suspension, we gave him a fine, what else do you want? Oh, it should have been more. Okay, well, it could have been. All right, we can always argue that, whatever, but we're not going to do that until next year. That's an honest, I could take that answer. That's a legit answer to me, but it is an answer.
Yeah, I need some type of answer.
We not getting no answers. That's the whole problem. Everybody was like, well, they're like, what do you feel about Josh Giddey? Like, man, the Lakers put up 22 in that game last night. They so quick to change that shit. Sacramento's looking really good.
Meanwhile, he ain't really balling out like that either this year.
He got a lot on his mind right now.
Exactly. I see it in this game. I'm watching these games. I like it. I like OKC. You know what I'm saying?
I do too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
I want
I want him as a player to hurry up and get this shit over and done with.
I think when you look at most of the suspensions in the NBA, they've either been for physical altercations, Ron Artest, Captain Jack, Malice in the Palace, Latrell Sprewell choking his coach. He got 68 games. Noah had actually forgot. He actually got suspended for illegal substance. He was suspended 20 games.
I remember that.
With Legandrol, a banned substance. Or more serious cases like Michael Ray Richardson being banned for constantly breaking the league's substance abuse policy, but was reinstated 2 years later. We've never really seen anything like this in the league. Now, I know, of course, you guys are thinking.
Know.
Now, of course, I know the elephant in the room is you're thinking Karl Malone, but back then you didn't have social media, and also playing in Utah made it also help. You know what I'm saying? Not that information getting out there because you knew Utah was a tough team, but it wasn't. You didn't really care about Utah. You didn't follow Utah.
The fact that your parents was willing to take some money underneath the table due to the circumstances is how you got through, because none of this was brought to the table until 40-some years, 30-some years later. This motherfucker's an adult now because the parents took the hush money and hushed the fuck up. I mean that's what happened. Otherwise, why the parents don't say it? When the money stopped coming, then he was like, "Hold on, did you know?" And this motherfucker was at the 100th All-Star game, getting a ring for. And it was like, "Did you know Karl Malone has a kid that plays football, looks just like him, make $1 million?"
They do.
Oh, that's wild.
He drafted for the NFL, motherfucker come out the woodwork. Yeah, he ran them niggas over with that car last Saturday night, man. I was out here.
But it's crazy that you don't hear it until that happened. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, so me personally, I think the NBA, we don't know really exactly how they would respond because, like I said, we have never seen anything like this. But I will say, when
Kobe and them?
Yeah, but it wasn't.
With Kobe and Shaq in Denver? The whole Laker team, that was pretty much the most similar thing to this.
Yeah, but
it's kind of similar, and he kept playing too.
I mean,
they did. Think about what happened.
I mean, but that shit.
I don't want to bring it up because it was
But they was waiting on the courts though. They had like court dates and shit like that to settle out of court. They was going through the procedure. We don't know what the procedure is on this. But it don't seem like he got.
But either way, the NBA didn't really give them no suspension from that though.
Because they had to investigate it first to make sure this was even whatever, and it
never and then it settled out of court. You right? So
exactly, because
but they never
had $1 million Siemens in her. She fucking dude from Kenny Shoes. Hell yeah, she letting Kobe Bryant fuck. I'm just keeping it real. They ran a rape kit on this one. That shit only supposed to last like 7 days. How many people did you fuck this week, ma'am?
She was gonna drop a super soldier.
Goddamn.
That nigga would have been the best hooper ever.
I thought it just lasted.
He would have been the best hooper.
And that's actually kind of my point, is that we don't know how the NBA will react. Right, we kind of do, but we kind of don't, because we haven't seen anything.
But we do expect a reaction, though.
Exactly. But what I will say, I think will be different is we know the media will absolutely act different. When you think of something like Lenny Dykstra, a lot of people probably don't know he actually was found of bankruptcy fraud. He did 6 years. Danny Heatley, vehicular homicide, a former hockey player. So I think you've seen where Ben Roethlisberger, another prime example. You know,
welfare queen.
Yeah, of course, Brett Favre. You know, so I think we don't
Mark
know.
Shimura.
Yeah,
the whole Vikings team on that boat.
Oh damn!
You don't remember that?
No.
You don't remember when all them Viking players was on that boat and got on that yacht and they pulled over and they found drugs, strippers, liquor, everything.
Yeah, what the fuck?
This was a while ago. Wasn't AP on the team still?
Might have been. I can't remember. Because they had lost.
Yeah, they all went in. They had got a little yacht, went on the water. Little water patrol came up. Was like, man, what's going on over here? They was like, oh, there's all types of strippers. These men married. They pulled them all down.
I remember that.
That was huge.
Talking about being pulled down. You know, we talk sports, but you know, we also we got to talk about a little bit of entertainment too. Jonathan Majors, he was recently found guilty on 2 counts. It seems. Like I said, we love all our highly melanated, less melanated followers out there, but it seems like African American celebrities and black men in particular keep having issues with Caucasian women, since we could, think of
Tyson.
What do you think? What do you think? What does race play a role in that, and why do you think that seems to happen, or do you think that's just a stigma that the media puts out there?
Sometimes 'cause I don't think sisters tell.
Yeah.
I don't, because I don't think if we would have had that footage of Ray Rice hit no girl in that room, she would have told. I think she would have kept that a buck and just be like, look, I love you, but don't ever in your life do this shit again. I'm just saying, I think it is because sometimes that's a thing that you can hold against a motherfucker. I mean, I just think we see that more from there. That's all. I think a sister just would attack the money. And I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all right, but you want to buy me a Porsche. A pink one, all pink. All pink insides, everything pink. Like, you know, run me some Birkin bags or something. I think they would attack the pockets. And it's just random thing. I think sometimes the white ladies might be like, you know what? I don't need this. You know what, Jonathan? Jamal doesn't treat me like this. I'm going to talk to him.
Ouch. I got a question. I'm gonna answer your question. What a question. What did he do again?
Fam.
I seen him running or some shit, but
Allegedly he was running from her.
Okay, that's what it kind of looked like. But
he was running from her, and I guess that he was found, from my understanding, he was found guilty of, I guess, hurting her by being negligent, if that makes sense. No. So it's like involuntary. Like if you play wrestle with somebody and you break their arm, that's an involuntary. Like you wasn't trying to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Just some real weak. That's all. Motherfuckers was in there playing around.
And from what I heard, I was listening to actually Roland Martin. Y'all check out Roland Martin, and he had a lawyer on there, and they were saying that this wasn't a felony. So it's rare for a case like this to even go to trial. You know?
Okay. So did he hurt her? Like, what did he do to her? Did he hurt her? Did he break a bone or something?
No. I guess you say like he bruised her hand, and then they were saying, well, he went to the club afterwards, and they was like, why? If he had did all this, why would he go to the club? And she said, I think something like it was she didn't want to be alone, so that's why she went to the club. So, yeah.
Is that why she chased him too? Because she didn't want to be alone.
I think he had took her phone. She had his phone. I think she took it from. She had his phone. He took it from her.
You can actually get in trouble for that.
And he tried to.
You can actually get in trouble for that shit.
So he took his phone back from her.
Yeah, and she chased him.
It's goofy, but apparently Disney didn't like that, and they told him to kaput. You know what I'm saying? Because Disney, same thing with Johnny Depp. Disney runs, Pirates of the Caribbean. Disney run, they have a partnership with Marvel since they pretty much do all that. So if they feel like they'll cut your ass off of that shit,
Which
man.
is terrible because I loved him as Kang. I thought that was going to be...
What's dope, I think we finna get the brother from Star Wars, the new Star Wars, little nappy head brother. I forget his name.
Why we gotta interchange?
Hey, no, but he'll fit perfect. He'll fit perfect for it. He'll fit perfect for it.
Jonathan, he's actually a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
You need to be like his son or something so we can bring dog back once he get in
Well,
a good grace.
the thing about Kang is you don't have to look exactly like Kang. You can just look like Kang.
Yeah,
Because
be
he
his
has
son or
multiple
something.
variants.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Yeah, variants. Yeah. Talking about some variants, moving right along. Our first segment of the night, the 5 greatest rookie NBA seasons. Now you already know we're gonna do this. Hendo, you'll start. No. Oh no, Nip. Nip wants you to put Kobe in there. But listen, B.I. So Hendo, B.I. Then I'll give my star number 5. So number 5, Hendo, best rookies NBA seasons. Who you got at number 5?
D Wade.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I'm going Dave Robinson.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, his numbers are stupid.
Yeah, that's hard. I actually went with Wes Unseld, 68-69. Was Rookie of the Year, MVP that year. Averaged 13.8 points, 8.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists.
Yeah, I knew Wes was up on that list.
Yeah, and he won. I think they won. I want to say that's the year they won the championship too.
His rookie year?
I think so, is it?
Okay, I'm not sure.
I think so.
I know they won with him real quick though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I seen them numbers though. It was like 13 points. I couldn't do it. Just like Magic. He won 2 his rookie year. I was like,
Who you got, Hendo, number 4?
D Rose.
Chicago list. This nigga.
That's what
about the big Isaiah Thomas. Motherfucker.
Don't do me.
Don't do me. Don't do me like that. Number 2, Jimmy Butler.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. He didn't have the best rookie year, though.
4 points.
His rookie year wasn't that good.
Yeah, from Chicago. Go
Jimmy
with.
Butler.
All right, man. I got Oscar Robinson, man.
That's
Oscar
hard.
Robinson, folks.
That's
That
hard.
nigga was like point something off triple double. His rookie year, he averaged 30 points, like 10 assists or 10 rebounds, and like 9 point something or other shit. Like
That's
he
crazy.
went in.
I got number 4 for me was Walt Bellamy, 61-62, 31.6 points, 19 rebounds, 2.7 assists. He was also a part of that phenomenal Washington team. Yeah, Walt Bellamy. That's just stupid numbers, man. You putting up 32 and 19 coming into the league.
Man, coming into the league.
Yeah, 32 and 19 a night. Hendo, who you got? Number 3, best NBA rookie season.
Shaq Diesel.
He's definitely on the list. I had to choose between him and Dave. I went Dave. Those numbers are very similar, son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very similar. They rookie year.
yeah.
Oh shit, I went Kareem.
Dave had so
next,
much
man.
more experience too.
Yeah, he did come from the Navy. I went Kareem though. I can't remember all his numbers right now with the Bucks, but yeah, he was a force. It was somewhere around like 28 or something like that, and 12 rebounds, some shit or something.
I was gonna go Kareem. I was actually watching. You can go on YouTube. Y'all can check it out too. And you also on YouTube, you check out Old Heads. Like and subscribe. Don't be dusty. But you can actually check out Wilt and Kareem go against each other. That's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But it's actually the full game too. But I had Wilt Chamberlain 59-60, 37.6 points, 27 rebounds, 2.3 assists as a rookie. That's my number 3 best rookie season of all time, man.
Okay.
So you got Hendo, number 2.
Number 2, Magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got
Okay.
you. I can't go wrong on that.
You really can't.
You can't go wrong now.
And that was an amazing year for him because he just won motherfucking the college championship.
Yep.
And then he won the NBA championship. You couldn't tell him nothing.
Smiling all the way.
You know what I'm saying?
Smiling all the way. Hitting everything in between.
Yeah, I gotta go Michael motherfucking Jordan, 28 points
Pops.
a game. Fucking motherfuckers up immediately. You know what I'm saying? Buckets.
You already know 84-85, 28.2, 6.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, 2.4 steals, 0.8 blocks, almost a block a game at 51% shooting clip.
And he had like 190 something motherfucking steals that year.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
that
stupid,
motherfucker
bro.
was ridiculous.
I still tell people I get a lot of flack. I would say a rookie Michael Jordan is probably better than half of the players on the top 50 list.
Yeah. Yeah. Our sheer talent alone,
Just crazy.
jump shot wasn't even all the way there yet.
Like,
Yeah,
which is
you fucking
crazy,
people up.
dog.
You blur.
Crazy.
He like Russell Westbrook or something, his energy, but he finishing all around the basket with both hands and shit. I don't know how you stop this. I
Dog.
really don't. Because this dude is coming at the right side of the rim, you finishing on the left side.
The problem.
Or in front of it, he using the rim all the way against you. Like, he just fucking you all the way up.
Yeah. And all you said was good game.
Yeah, man.
Good game, sir.
Yeah, good game, Mike.
He made
Good game.
being fundamentally sound look like it was
No
like
wasted
being
movement.
tricky or some shit.
No,
Man, it's hard to find that type of calculations on
no
a
wasted
motherfucker.
movement, sir. No wasted movement. Hendo, greatest rookie season of all time, NBA.
You know I had Mike. He was my number 1.
Okay.
I don't know how he made number 2 for y'all.
Man.
Who you got
Because
number
he
1?
already said my motherfucker number 1. Will Chamberlain, man, no, this is ridiculous. You ain't
Yeah, but Mike, yeah, I feel you though.
37. So Will is
He wasn't doing that. He was
38.
doing that against plumbers, plumbers and mechanics.
You You tell Bill Russell that.
These motherfuckers nowadays doing this shit against motherfucking prima donnas and actors and models.
Motherfuckers left the game and went back to back Kroger.
You tell Walt Bellamy that giving you
Motherfuckers
31 and
beating
19.
They beat niggas with purses nowadays. I don't know how the hell this is some type of.
So I had to go with Magic Johnson. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. That 42, 15, and 7. The first rookie to win Finals MVP. I think that is the best rookie season.
I think Michael Jordan, as a caveat for everybody, had the best year though when it comes to. You know what? I can't say that. He did win Rookie of the Year, and he did just win motherfucking the U.S. Olympic, but he did not. What's the name? He did not win with North Carolina that year. He won North Carolina his rookie year.
His freshman.
Freshman year. I mean,
Yeah. Then he became Michael Jordan.
He had a good motherfucker. Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, dog. They did some shit.
That's interchangeable.
Did a lot. You know what I'm saying? They came into the league just winning some other
Will
important shit.
Era actually did play a role as to why I didn't put him one. Because I understand he was in an era to where he wasn't playing against those guys.
It was different, but he was to be that dominant though. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Off back and then hold that dominance throughout your career. That's
Well, when we look at Shaq and he say he's big, like if Shaq was like a toothpick out there, but he wasn't. He was a big guy, right?
Yeah, but Shaq just getting
Shaq
to
said he
Magic
was
though,
400.
fresh out of LSU, how he was dunking on motherfuckers. You can't even recreate them type of dunks right now because, man, I'm just sorry. Like, there's some guys that got close, but the strength on, like Zion, but taller, a little bit longer. You see what Zion doing? That was pretty much, imagine just a little bit more weight, a little bit more height, and just a little bit more handles. Less threes, though. Nobody's stopping that. Was Zion on his way at the rim? He have his way. Shaq would be, prime Shaq, he be having his way.
Yeah.
Prime Chuck would be having his way. To be honest, Prime Chuck would be everywhere. And people be slighting on Chuck sometimes.
You know, I would love to see. Y'all might disagree. I would love to see him in this era and healthy. 2 eras actually. Antoine Walker. I would love to see a healthy Antoine Walker in this era. And another guy no one talks about. I would have loved. I think he would have been a Hall of Fame if he would have stayed healthy. Danny Manning.
Okay.
I would love to see Danny Manning.
Yeah, he had a nice little shot on him.
Danny Manning was a dog.
Yeah, nice little shot.
Both hands of the court.
I believe he got a ring with Cleveland.
Okay, then I'm gonna say Skip to
Didn't he?
Lou and Stevie Franchise.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be fun.
Always.
McGrady.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Going right to not talking. He probably could have played football. 3 best quarterbacks. 3 best quarterback gifts that are the 3 best gifts that quarterbacks have given their offensive lines, and 3 things if you was an NFL quarterback that you would give your offensive line. If you guys out there don't know, around the holiday time, I think Emmitt Smith. I can't be possibly sure, but I know the first person I remember hearing about as a kid giving that offensive lineman gift was Emmitt Smith. So around the holidays, quarterbacks, running backs, they like to give their offensive linemen gifts. Some of them can be extravagant. I've heard B.I. say he thought he gave one quarterback, gave his team ice toners.
That was Dan Marino. That was in the commercial. It was an isotoner commercial in the 80s.
So we're gonna talk about, y'all out there. Let us know as well. The 3 things, if you were an NFL quarterback, what would you give your offensive lineman as gifts? But right now, 3 best gifts you feel like our quarterbacks have given their offensive linemen. Hendo, you want to start?
Carson Wentz got his old line some Beretta shotguns for Christmas.
That's hard.
Damn.
That's hard.
Oh, we wanted
And then took him hunting.
Yeah,
And then took him hunting
Oh, god damn.
so they could bust him out.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't got none.
You got that?
Nah, I didn't know this is a real thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Straight up, I thought, you know what I'm saying, I meant to ask that question, I forgot too, like, man, hold on. Is it, you know what I'm saying, like, motherfuckers real, whatever's, or...
I got you. Number 3, for me, I had to go with Jalen Hurts. He bought all his offensive linemen Louis bags and Jordan 11s.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Niggas is bougie.
Hendo, number 2.
AP bought his offensive lineman some Arctic Snowcats, snowmobiles decked out the Viking logos on them. Each of them have personalized ones with their numbers.
That's hard.
Yeah,
That's
so
hard.
you know, Minnesota, it's a lot of snows, but you having that, you can go out there riding as a team.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
I had to go with Patrick Mahomes. He bought his teammates custom golf carts. I thought that was pretty dope. That was pretty cool. Hendo, number 1 quarterback gift to their offensive lineman.
Jared Goff got his offensive lineman some Polaris Rangers, so they had side-by-side vehicles, and then he got them some Yeti coolers and some Hennessy the year before to go with him. Or together as a package, my bad, not the year before.
Hennessy?
Yeah, and some Yeti coolers.
Oh, wow.
But the Polaris, them was like the outdoor road riders and stuff, so yeah, them motherfuckers is they nice.
I
think that's kind of dope.
That's dope.
I like the Rollies though. I like the Rollies.
Yeah, but I got something that'll top that. I think that we'll all agree on. Of course, who would it be? Tommy Terrific, Tom Brady. I actually had to look at this to double check.
He's not.
Tom Brady gifted his offensive lineman 1 year Audi Q7 SUVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's probably the greatest quarterback offensive lineman gift.
That's my idea.
Yeah.
Segue into the second part of that question. What would you get, motherfuckers?
Okay, so B.I., you want to start? If you were an NFL quarterback, at number 3, what would you give your offensive lineman?
I like them Audi SUVs that Tom got, but I'm not sure how my money would be in the league. So I went with the Tahoes or the Suburbans or something.
Okay.
But I'm getting some trucks, you know what I'm saying? That'd be one out.
That's hard. Hendo.
I'm getting them all matching old lineman rings.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The rings will last forever.
Yeah.
I like that.
No,
I went with something similar. I went with custom watches with their name and jersey number on the inside.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
B.I., number 2 for you.
Cash. Cold hard cash.
Mm.
Because, you know, motherfuckers might fuck around these 20 big ones or something, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but about 6 of them or some shit, you know what I'm saying, all together, so, you know.
I like that. Okay,
Real,
cold hard
yeah.
cash.
I don't know what you niggas won't take this.
Number 2.
I'll probably get them some customized Louis luggage, because you know they gotta travel every time they gotta leave usually.
Okay.
So you always use some luggage.
Okay.
If it say your name on it and it's something Louis, like some Louis or some Gucci, but some customized like that, if you got that pull, go ahead, man. That shit's worth.
I like that.
Especially customized, can't nobody get it like that. That's hard to call in.
Hey, Jalen Hurts did it. Hey.
I mean, that's a big call. He did.
Hey. I have to go with I don't know if you guys are familiar. They're called the Sherp ATVs. I would give all my offensive linemen Sherp ATVs. They actually almost Kanye and 2 Chainz, I believe, got one, but they have these huge wheels on them, and you could actually
I know what you're talking
their
about.
I know
land,
what you're probably talking about.
their
Land
land
and water.
their land and
Yeah, I seen
water. Yeah, they're huge.
They're real big.
They're huge. Yeah.
I don't know if I
And
know
they start out at $150,000, but that's what it is.
Oh, no, I'm seeing something else.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
I would give all my offensive linemen those, man. A Sherp ATV. It's land and water.
Okay.
So that's what I would. That's one thing I would. That would probably be the second thing I would do. Well, excuse me, Bills.
Yeah, man.
Your last thing that you would do for the offensive lineman, you an NFL quarterback. The best gift that you would give him.
I give him gold. You know what I'm saying?
Like a gold bar.
It was either like gold bars or like a gold ball or something, but it had to be worth, you know what I'm saying, at least 20 racks a piece.
Okay.
If it was just a ball or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be dope. Like dope
Do
little
something
football,
with it.
gold football.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A little small one. I don't know how heavy it would be or how big it would be. You know what I'm saying? Or the weight or none of that shit, but yeah. Something like that. Or the bars. Either way it go.
That's
The balls
wild.
would be cool.
That'd be dope. I know.
A big ass piece of land that we all could live on.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's the best thing you can give me, man. Some land somewhere, I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's
Like, yeah, man, here go 50 acres, it's you.
That's dope.
And I'm finna build a corner store out the back of this motherfucker.
You can do what the fuck you want back there, it's yours.
I think for me the best trip if I'm an NFL quarterback, if I'm giving my offensive lineman, I'm giving them round trip tickets to safari in Africa.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Trying to get one of them big niggas murked. Niggas up there look like a big ass perk sandwich or something.
You get too close to the animals.
On my soul, their nose hair is gonna burn off upon landing, singed.
Yeah, but that's what I would do. Round trip trip to a safari in Africa.
It's gonna be a one-way.
So he ain't stopped throwing up since he ain't trained no
You
more.
know what I'm saying? You better lose somebody off the team. But you'll look good.
Stop training your ass and get no round
Bit by
trip
a
to
leopard.
London
He
next
out
year.
for 32 weeks.
Both y'all trying to get niggas ski mobiles and shit. Y'all niggas
I ain't saying no.
trying to
I said that's what they got. I ain't saying no ski
I'm
mobiles.
just making
Give
sure
them
man, don't.
necklaces, chains, rings, and land.
They should these niggas get back. One piece.
Man, talking about One Piece, Kim on ESPN took a lot of flack for, talking about, Cam Newton and his opinion on being a quarterback, being a game changer and a game manager. You guys want to expound if people don't know? How about Hendo, you tell what a quarterback game changer is. B.I., you say you let the people know what a game manager is. Hendo, in your opinion, what's a quarterback that's a game changer?
A game-changing
And
quarterback
an example.
would be
for the
kind of
people.
like your Patrick Mahomes, your Aaron Rodgers, we can put Russell up there, prime Russell Wilson. Guys who have everything crashing around them and still manage to make a 20-yard play either with their arm or their feet. But time after time after time, the O-line is sometimes not what it needs to be. You've been dealing with injuries, and somehow the quarterback finds a way with his athleticism and his IQ to push the team into a better position to win every time, no matter what he's been given. I think we've seen Aaron Rodgers be one of the best do it. Also Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Headz. These guys are just, without them, their team would be nothing. We could even say that about the Bengals. Without their quarterback, without Burrows, they're nothing. Nothing. Now, you can go out there and give him some mediocre receivers. He's still going to make those throws. You can give him a mediocre running back. He's still going to make something happen. Right. And we've seen, like I said, Russell Wilson, we've seen him do this with mediocre running backs and a somewhat decent O-line and some just speedy outs. That's it. But he did have a stellar defense. But that's what I feel like a game changer would be like.
Yeah. What's a game manager?
Game manager is when every other guy on the field, all 10 other dudes with you, is doing the perfect job with you, and you are making simple reads, whether it's to your halfback dumping it off or your as a last read or somebody cutting across the middle. That's nothing more than a 10-yard crossing route, just as the guy moved past the damn linebacker. Shit like that where it's real simple, but you got a good defense and everything. The whole team is a complete team. And they just asking you not to fuck this shit up. That's a game motherfucking manager.
If you was to give an example of a game manager other than Brock Purdy, who would you think of first in mind?
I think of the greatest because before he showed that he could be a game changer, he was a game manager, Tom Brady. But then I think of dudes like Brad motherfucking Johnson for the Tampa Bay team that won a Super Bowl. It's like, who the fuck is dude?
Right. You know what I think of? Kyle Orts.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Just really think about it though. He did just enough. We knew he really wasn't the it factor. He had limited talent that we knew what he could do, but yet that was the best option. We disguised some things. We was getting down the field. Defense really took us. We're not doubting that.
Yeah.
But this man was a game manager.
Yeah.
He limited turnovers. I think we and we got field goals. We were putting up points. That's the first person I think that comes to my mind when I think about it. Like, damn, he really didn't have that much talent, but he was really getting us there.
Okay. I think I have to go 10 questions this week, man. You guys let me know y'all that as well if y'all agree or not. I'm gonna name 10 quarterbacks. You tell me in short, are they a game changer or a game manager? At number 10, Bills, Tony Romo. Game changer, game manager.
Different years, different answer. This year, game manager.
Ooh, Hendo, game changer, game manager. Tony Romo. Ribs.
Game changer. Dog had a cannon.
Yeah.
Dog had a. When I think about prime Tony Romo, dude, he had a cannon. That's the one thing I will say. I like Tony Romo. He was, a lot of people didn't like him. I liked him, dog. He'd throw that motherfucking ball. Him and Dez and Witten. He just always got hurt. That's all it was. That's what cost him his career. It wasn't that he couldn't make the throw. He just always got hurt. Dez caught it. That's all I'm going to say.
Dante Culpepper, number 9. Game changer, game manager.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I gotta say game manager. He only had those explosive plays because of his receivers. So it looked like he was, really explosive like that. He wasn't. And then he had a very short career. You know what? I'm going to give him for the short career that he had, for the short span that he had where he was pretty good. I'm going to give him game changer.
Okay. Dante Culpepper.
That was definitely game changer. Dog had a cannon.
Yeah, but
Dog had a cannon.
But he wasn't doing that shit to nobody else after Randy Moss.
I get it, but Dog had a cannon. But he was letting that bitch, when he was throwing it to him, he was letting that bitch go. You know what it's like to throw that motherfucker as far as you can and just look the other way and just know it's getting caught?
Yeah.
I think he was walking off the field. He just threw it and started walking off the field because he know he caught it.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Hey, have the water.
Terry Bradshaw. Game changer, game manager.
Game manager. Oh,
damn.
It's Terry, man. He knew how to play the game. He was a manager. He knew motherfucker was open right there.
Okay.
Shit, he a winner. He
knew how to do it.
Okay. Number 7. This might be, I'm interested. Troy Aikman. Game changer, game manager.
I'm going to give him game changer. He did too. Certain guys... See, because I was thinking about Jim McMahon earlier, and I wanted to give him game manager when I was thinking about that example, but I couldn't because of what I heard Walter Payton say to him. He said, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're helping us win. Because what Jim McMahon was doing was not taking doing the fucking play that Mike Dicker kept calling. It was driving him crazy. But Jim is not going to run a motherfucker into a brick fucking wall. If he see that shit ain't there, he going to be, okay, fake it to him and throw it to somebody else is wide open. He was a quarterback. So he knew how to play, but he didn't have the most accurate downfield arm. He didn't have the most accurate arm ever, anything, but what he brought to the game, that leadership, that did change the game for him.
He had success in Philly when he left Chicago.
Yeah.
A lot, because he was the first quarterback with the visor.
Yeah,
with the black visor.
Yep. But yeah, man, and I think he went to, what's the name, too, the Vikings after that, I'm not sure. But I know Randall Callahan did. But yeah, same point in time though, man, yeah, I gotta give fam the game, Aikman the game changer. He knew how to win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen him cussing motherfuckers out before they were winning. Telling coaches to get motherfuckers in check. You know what I'm saying? And do their fucking job, and he ain't here to babysit motherfuckers. And man, Troy Aikman used to be snapping. I mean, not all the time, but like in a leadership way. Yeah, I gotta give him a game changer.
Troy Aikman, game changer, game manager.
I think you basically just described why he's a game manager.
Yeah, he's kind of a game manager.
He basically was an amazing game manager. He knew how to like pick the plays and keep the motherfuckers in the potential. In contention, I meant to say. He picked the right plays to put him in contention. Not only that, but he had a whole host of weapons around him. That man wasn't short of any weapons. I mean,
the offensive line was the
that's potential.
Team.
Then you got Emmitt Smith.
I give you that. Emmitt Smith was dope. Then you got the playmaker who got to get
wide
him the
receivers.
Ball. And Harper who got to get him the ball.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I feel like he had a lot of talent. Then they had
Jay Novacek.
Who
then they had a stuff. They had a decent defense.
Yup. The have. I mean,
I feel like he was a good game manager. He knew how to use his piece as well.
It's one thing.
It wasn't
when you go
like
from-
I never really seen like I knew he could throw the ball downfield, but I couldn't really say like he had a cannon. I knew he had a whip. The things I remember about Troy Aikman making him really good is he stayed in that pocket and made that throw.
He was accurate.
What's the difference between Tom Brady when he was young and Tom Brady when he was old? Because to me, he was a game manager when he was young, and then he turned into a game changer when he started having a whole bunch of game-winning drives.
He learned how to use his weapons to the utmost. And compared to like just letting that bitch go and finding like the last check down, he learned how to like beat a defense with his eyes. That's what I think changed between it's when you're young like that, it's hard to learn how to beat a defense. But when you've been in the league for how many years Brady had been in there, he had seen every defense. There wasn't a defense that he hadn't seen. He'd seen all the 3-4s, all the 4-3s, all the 4-6s, all the nickels, all the dimes,
I understand why you say that, and part of me want to say that he a game manager too.
Okay, so game
I
manager.
understand why you
Game
say
manager.
that.
Game
Yeah.
manager.
I'm going game changer.
Okay.
I mean game.
Game manager.
No, game changer.
Game changer from
Yeah.
Troy Aikman.
Yep, game changer.
How about for Jim Kelly, number 6? Game changer, game manager. Hendo.
game manager.
Jim Kelly, game changer, game manager.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah, Jim was cold.
Okay.
Jim was nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he was getting the ball to everybody. It was Andre Reed.
Yeah, that's why I say the manager, because he would spread that ball around. He wasn't just looking for one dude. You know what I'm saying? He was getting that motherfucker everybody.
But that's the quarterback though, spreading it around.
But that's why I think you're a good manager of the field. If you get it to everybody, you utilizing all your weapons. That's a good thing about doing it. You don't have to do everything because you have all the weapons. That's a good thing about managing.
Dallas Clark is not a real weapon. Peyton Manning made him a weapon.
He's a weapon because of how he was utilized. Nobody really make it. How you get
Who
utilized?
else was going to utilize him? What other
I'm
team
not
did
saying-
Dallas Clark play for?
I'm not saying that. I'm
You
not
never
disagreeing.
Heard him on no other team.
I'm not
You
disagreeing.
only heard of him with Peyton Manning.
But you only heard of Gronk playing with Brady. That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is they know what their chemistry is. For instance, like when Devontae Adams left Green Bay, he didn't get the looks or the type of catches with the Vegas Raiders as he did with Green Bay because Rodgers
He got a lot of yards.
But Rodgers could get to that over shoulder. Same thing with like when Jordy left. Same thing. When you got a certain chemistry with somebody, there's no denying that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of like being a game manager too. You know, I could use him, but he's good and this dude dope. But if you just looking for one dude all the time and stuff,
and they was airing that shit out.
to everybody
And they
though.
went to like 4 Super Bowls.
But to everybody,
They was killing for a long ass time. You think he's just a game manager?
I think
He's
he
managing.
used his weapons well. I don't think he was killing people
That
with
was
his feet. I don't think he was running off broke plays and just using his talent with his feet all the
He
time.
was throwing that.
He was chucking that bitch. That's what I'm saying. But he was chucking it to everybody.
Pennsylvania quarterbacks, them motherfuckers hard to body. They basically good ass quarterbacks come up out that bitch.
How you guys feel about this one? Number 5, Kurt Warner, game changer, game manager.
We're probably talking about one of the best game managers.
Okay, game manager. Kurt Warner, Bills. And they'll say
Take them
game.
weapons away. Take Isaac Bruce. Take all them weapons. Take all them weapons away. He just an average quarter. He didn't know. You know who he is?
But
he
got
the
him
quarter.
the ball though.
He still balled out when he went to
Arizona.
I'm about to say he went to Arizona.
With who though? Arguably one of the best
Bolden,
receivers in the.
Two.
That's what I'm saying.
Bolden was
Fitzpatrick,
pretty good,
arguably
too.
one of the best receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to say you take all those weapons away
Bolden.
and you go give.
Equan Bolden hard body, man.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
take
for real,
those.
He's so underrated.
That don't mean nothing, no, because
All I'm saying is you're using the weapons
Yeah,
and stuff
I know
like
that.
that. He wasn't developing nobody
I don't
with
know,
his
man.
arm. When we
Because
talk
that's
about
the
people,
Justin Fields' argument is that he doesn't have enough weapons. When you look at the best quarterbacks in the league, they have multiple weapons.
but he had played with like 4 of the most talented
So you
receivers
talking about
to
dudes
ever
doing
grace
it
the
with
the
less.
receiving game though. That's different though.
I feel like you making a difference in saying that
Yeah,
who's
you-
doing it with less
Right.
as opposed to who's actually a manager. Because a manager
Right.
can still have weapons. Like Brock Purdy is a manager. We consider him a
Exactly.
manager, but he got major weapons around him.
Exactly.
But that's why he a manager because the weapons are so large around him because the
Right,
people
but
they
just-
had, the people they had, these are
I just
all.
Just because we
I feel
got
like-
weapons don't
I
make
feel
you
like
a
we're
manager.
No,
though.
but
I feel
like
you're
all the
looking at
weapons
it
that he
how-
had
how
though
we're looking at it.
are Hall of Famers damn near. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
that's right.
I understand what you're
all
saying.
the weapons that he's damn near
You saying
had throughout his
motherfuckers
career.
Gotta have no weapons. Gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do more with less.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A star does it more with less. Like for instance, okay, we'll say like when like you took.
That's part of a game
It's
changer.
part of being a game changer, but not the whole totality.
Okay, so right now what I say is like I feel like Patty Mahomes would be a game changer because it doesn't matter sometimes who his receivers are. He's still gonna make certain plays to put them ahead with his feet or with his accuracy, whether it's a broken play or gone. If I had to look at Kurt Warner with a broken play, he not finna shuffle too much and go out there like that. That play is pretty much dead if he not throwing it to a deep or an open receiver. But the fact that he had guys that would actually go up, so no matter how distressed he was, he'll throw it up like that, and they were all-star receivers to catch that and come in. That adds to weigh a lot on it. That's what I say a game manager. If your weapons are better than what you are, and I feel like his weapons are all Hall of Famers, then I think you're a game manager. If your weapons were Hall of Famers or arguably one of the top guys, I mean, however you want to look at it, McCaffrey was already probably going to be a Hall of Famer before he got there.
Joe Montana.
No, he wasn't.
Joe Montana had Jerry Rice, though.
Yeah. And McCaffrey was always looked as being injury prone. He couldn't stay healthy.
Like I said, I feel like when it comes to Kurt Warner, I feel like he was a game manager. Probably one of the best game managers.
Okay. Doug Williams, number 4, game manager.
That's a game changer.
Yeah,
right
he's a
there.
game changer.
That Redskins team
Facts,
ain't win
facts.
shit before or after him, man.
Yep. He was by far a game changer.
On the real.
Number 3, Matt Ryan, game changer, game manager.
Game manager. Game manager.
But he does have an MVP now.
Yep, but he also had some killer weapons that year too. I know he was doing his little thing, but he's still a game manager. There was nobody really standing.
I want to say he's
out.
top
I
10
feel like
all time too.
he's up there, but I still say game manager. He was only as good as his best receiver.
I'm about to read this nigga's name. This is a fucked up question. I go so back and forth on this.
It's
dog.
not.
Because he had good years, and then he had good years, his MVP years where he had a lot of weapons, but then he had years where he didn't have those same weapons, where he threw for some yardage too. But then he had some fucked up years. You know what I'm saying? So what year we even picking? We talking about like
Game manager. Like
I
I'm
don't
saying.
even know.
Game
What
manager.
we talking about?
4-time Pro
Yeah.
Bowler. Threw for over 32,000 yards. Right?
Okay.
And then he also has, let's see how many touchdowns he has. 381 touchdowns.
He only threw for 32.
Oh, excuse me, 62,000 yards.
62,000 yards.
62,000
I was about to say
He said I was about to say.
because nigga, that
62,000.
ain't not with the way they throw the ball nowadays.
Yeah, 62,000.
Now that's impressive. That's fucking impressive. Oh man, I gotta say game changer, man. In his prime, he was ready to let it loose.
Okay.
He was ready to let it loose.
At
man.
number 2.
Oh no, you're game manager, man. I'm not saying that. I'm taking that back.
We got game
I'm taking that shit back.
Okay, game
No, we
manager.
ain't changed the subject yet. I'm taking that shit back. He's a game fucking manager.
Okay.
dog.
Number 2.
He's a really good
what
one, though.
started it all? Dak Prescott, game changer, game manager.
Game changer. You can put Dak on any team. He gonna be decent.
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Didn't we just say that?
Mm-mm.
We ain't do Dak Prescott yet?
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie. I've always liked Dak. I thought Dak's always been talented.
Dakota.
I thought some of his injuries and some of his off the field issues kind of cost him what he needed to be better and stuff like that. Other than that, I think he had it together. I always like he can do it with his feet. No matter what receiver you give him, he gonna make something happen.
Gotcha.
That boy is a game manager this year. Because I just got finished saying in my mind, is which year we talking about? I didn't see him cutting it loose when they was letting him throw the ball all over the place. He was making a difference there. They be losing all them games. So it was like empty points because they were trying to come back. But now they winning. He's managing the game. So I'm saying, which year we talking about? Right now, he's a game manager.
Even when they
If
had,
they cut him loose, they might win some games this postseason.
I feel
No,
like
they was losing those games when he threw them 3 interceptions when they cut him loose. Which game you talking about? When he threw the 3 interceptions when they cut him loose?
No, I'm talking about when they won that win streak.
He was cut loose?
No. Yeah.
What game did he have the most? How many passing yards in which game this year did he have the most passing yards and how many touchdowns?
I know one game he had like 4 or 5 touchdowns against somebody though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ball, bro.
They did. Come on, man. Come on, man. I remember these games, man. Don't. Look,
I think
I'm not trying to.
The thing about it is like I feel
right now,
like with the interchangeable interchangeable the wide receiver spot over there and the tight ends,
28 touchdowns.
the change of the line, the change of the running backs. I feel like shit with all that going on, he's still gonna get his numbers though. Regardless of what receiver he got, he's still gonna get his number. That's what I'm saying. To me, that's why I feel like he's a game changer.
When I think of game changers and dope dudes like that, I think of way more than 28 touchdowns.
That's second in the NFL.
That's fucked up for this year.
That's
why it's a fucked up year. And that's why Brock Purdy is in the conversation because it's a fucked up year.
Okay, let me ask you this though.
Don't let recency bias override what the hell you know greatness to be.
If you take Brock Purdy,
niggas is throwing 50 touchdowns back in the day when they threw the ball less.
If you take Brock Purdy and you put him on the Cowboys, do they have that same record? And if you take Dak and put him on the Niners, do they have that same record? That's the question you got to ask yourself.
I think Dak Prescott fuck up regular throws under pressure.
I
don't want to start breaking niggas down like this, but actually I think Brock don't do that, and that's one of his strengths. Because there's always a pressurized moment with him every snap for that team.
But if they was to put him in that over there where they got that spread offense, he not making those big throws to those receivers. He not
big throws.
Well, we're talking about this is how Dallas runs their offense. I don't know if you watch how Mike McCarthy runs a headset offense, what he does with Dak, but he makes these little motions where they pick up all this little line traffic to confuse these linebackers, and he waits for Dak to either catch him breaking across or he hits them deep. That's where they get their big plays from. When you see a lot of big plays from Dallas, they going deep. They not catching a little short run yard. They going deep. Brock Purdy is getting yacked though.
I hate to go advanced stats on you. 9% of their plays, Dallas Cowboys, they run motion before they have that.
That's what I'm saying though.
9%. They have a very high success rate when they do, but 9%. I just seen that stat last week.
No, I get it, but when they're
not doing that. Them motherfuckers are not.
But when they do, they scoring. But there is.
Yeah. I'm just saying they don't do it enough for me to think that Brock can't. I mean, they doing enough other shit where he will be okay in that system, and maybe the 9% of the times when they actually ask him to do it, he might be okay.
We gotta nip this in the butt. So Dak, game changer.
This year, game manager.
Number one,
he's really
game changer, game manager. Want to hear?
That's just how they use
really quick. Eli Manning, game changer, game manager.
Oh, he definitely a game changer. Because game changer could be a bad thing too, right?
I see that face.
Can a game changer be a bad thing? You can change the game for bad too, right? Not just for good. This nigga finna throw the ball away. I'm trying to tell you, he throwing that ball to another team, Jack. He got so many interceptions. Hey, man, I love Eli, man. I love the whole family, man. I like their daddy. But that dude, nah, man. I don't even know if that's managing the game. Damn. He had some good years, and he threw a lot of touchdowns and shit.
I mean,
but a game manager is more careful with the fucking ball.
Yeah.
And the game manager kind of careful. Ain't that part of the definition of being a game manager? Maybe a little bit.
It is.
He got like some of the most interceptions.
Some of it got a lot to do on the weapons though too.
244 interceptions.
No.
It was 3 years where he threw over 20. He threw 20 1 year, 25 1 year, and then 27 another year, and he had 18 touchdowns.
Yeah, game changer for the bad, I guess.
But he balled out that following year, had 30 and 14.
Yeah, he up and down, inconsistent. But what he gonna consistently do over the course of his career, if you take big chunks of time enough, is throw a whole bunch of interceptions. Yeah, nah, man, he ain't no game changer unless we talk about changing for the bad. I mean, his most memorable throw is a nigga catching that shit on his helmet. I'm just saying, let's be honest here. Damn. I love little bro, man. I love you, little bro, straight up.
Oh,
fuck with big bro and shit. Pops cool.
Oh, shit. It's that time, man.
Yeah.
What?
Shit. Nah, he didn't.
What?
No, dog a game manager.
Oh, my fault.
I was a game manager. The reason I say that is because I've watched Dog do somewhat good with a whoop of receivers. What I mean, from Cruz, all of the Plaxico Burrs, all those I forget Shockey. Dog had a whole whoop of receivers, and Dog was able to do decent and make at least the Giants in some type of contention at that time, whether they were winning big or losing big. They were at least, you had to be like, man, the Giants, we playing the Giants. You had to think about them at least, you know. And I think he was a game manager. Sometimes his managing suffered, but I think it suffered because of the weapons they had. They shuffled around at that running back position a lot, you know. And then they shuffled around that receiving core a lot, you know. And then Plaxico, when he shot himself, then he was out. But Dog was having a decent to good year.
Yeah, see, now you're making a whole bunch of good excuses for this nigga, though. Because those are good excuses. Because when they got their backfield together, they won a Super Bowl. They won 2.
Right.
When it was Jacobs and Bradshaw.
Right.
So when they got their 1-2 punch ready, you know what I'm saying? They actually won. It looked ugly, but they won, though.
I believe they had Shockey on the end with him.
Shockey was there.
Shockey was looking amazing at this time, blocking and getting catching. I mean, they had a whip, and then all of a sudden, all that leaves. You win some, then all that leaves.
Straight retired.
The defense kind of stick together, but then you missing some people. I think Dog was a good game manager. We talking about, but yeah, he suffered sometimes due to weapons. If you would have gave him some of them weapons that Warner had,
that nigga mismanaged the game. That's what he did. I mean, you throwing all them damn interceptions, man.
I mean, you forcing it, but that's what you pay for being a gunslinger. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Brett Favre was like that too. I'm just saying. You know, there's a lot of people. Winston, Jameis Winston. When you when you a gunslinger, you let that bitch go.
That is the worst example
with the Bears.
This nigga
gunslinger.
That is the worst example ever. 30 and 30. That's what they should call Jameis Winston.
Because that's what he went, bro. Hey, listen. I got a 50-50 chance that motherfucker gonna make it to you, or that motherfucker gonna get picked off. All right, either one.
Might be a pick 6. I don't know.
Hey,
it might not,
or it might be a 7.
Somebody's scoring.
Might not be this week, but he might end up having to trade himself. Tell these people what time it is.
Man. Trade yourself, man. Trade yourself,
man. That's how we always end every episode. We typically, the trade yourself is basically a nice way of saying F you in a nice way. We normally try to keep it with sports figures. Brett Favre, he's been a special member on Trade Yourself for a while. Skip Bayless has been on there a few times. Stephen A. Always some, recurring members. But, who need to trade themselves this week? Hey, it could be anybody, man. Your kids, your mom, hey, your brother, your sister. Instead of, they acting like a dust bunny, don't tell them F you. Just look at them and say, you want to know what? You need to trade yourself. And see the look on their face. Then tell them Merry Christmas.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to get laughed at if I say that to anybody. But
I tell people all the time.
Hey man, Chicago Bulls, man. Zach, man. Zach gotta go, man. Damn. You know what I'm saying? It's straight like that, man. Like, we seen what we can do without you now. We better without you. I hate to see it like that.
Man,
I mean,
and Ayu.
We look more formidable. We look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell what we kind of trying to do now. The ball ain't sticking over here. Some dumbass threes going up all the time or some. They ain't going to go there. I'm just going to say, man, trade yourself, man. The talk's been all about him this whole time anyway. I was always thinking, well, we got him and DeRozan. And if we got to give up one, I guess, but then we got to get the right trade. Nah, he can just leave. He can just go ahead and go. I mean, it looks so good now like Billy Donovan may actually know what he's doing a little bit. Damn. A little bit. I got to question Billy Donovan a little bit less with Zach off the floor. I really do.
Okay.
But it would be nice if we get a nice little trade for him though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's still under contract, so
I guess it's not a big value out there for him right now.
It don't even matter, man.
The Lakers said they'd be doing us a favor if they took us. I said, shit, I don't even want to trade for
man, I want Sagoon from the Trailblazers.
What are you talking about? You mean from the
Rockets? Or the Rockets.
I was telling you about Sagoon last year. I was calling him Baby Joking. I was like, bro, you gotta watch. I'm like, bro,
I've been watching him all year now.
I told you.
Who is a white dude from Orlando? Because there's two niggas with the same name. Wagner.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's names.
I'm just talking about low budget dudes.
That is not low budget, dog. They want, they want him.
They not letting Sagoon go.
They not letting.
Okay,
You talk
okay.
about niggas that's not getting let go.
Okay.
At all.
Examples. These are examples. I'm talking about if you're trading for Zach LaVine, you have a major piece to trade.
Nigga, we
It
better
might
off
be-
getting Garland. I'm telling you what's gonna happen, man.
He gonna fucking
Listen. No. The reason is.
Kobe White, where he's playing, and they play the same position.
Yeah, we don't need.
Hey,
That's not gonna work.
shit.
I just
No.
watched
But
that.
listen. But I tell you this though, where Garland's trade potential is at right now will be different by the end of the season. Where Zach may not. You take what you get for Zach, and then you
Which
let
is
that
what?
go.
What do you?
Garland and some pieces. Garland's up in country. I'm just saying. The reason is you
That's
trade
the
the
way I
trade. I'm just saying he is trade. Somebody needs a Garland. Everybody don't need a Zach LaVine. You understand what I'm saying?
But
it's
Zach
harder.
LaVine played on the U.S. team. He on a different level in the league's mind.
I get it.
You're supposed to get a little bit more than.
I
Garland,
get it,
a
but we
young
not
guy
gonna
who's
get
not
that.
as
We not
established.
gonna get that. Realistically, we not gonna get that.
Then we
I'm
need
telling you what the
Jeremy
offers.
Grant. We need some.
They not gonna get people ain't giving up these pieces for this nigga. Well, nobody's giving up these pieces for this nigga. I'm telling you, the only two pieces we gonna like Miami getting like Tyler Hero, Duncan. All right, that's what I'm telling you what we looking at. People not gonna come off these big opportunities to get no Zach.
I feel like if you a GM, a real GM, you
we're
should
gonna
do
trade
that
this nigga
job
to the
right now.
Pistons.
Who need to trade themselves?
We'll take some
The
niggas off the
Pistons.
Pistons. We'll take Wiseman
Once
right
you know what
now.
I'm saying, I'm just fucking with dog. Who need to trade themselves? Kobe Covington, man. Kobe Covington, he's just a bad person sometimes, man. And to sit here right before a fight and have to sit here and talk about Leon Edwards, deceased father and stuff like that, that's just some shit. That's just you a shit person. You just a bad human being for shit like that. And those are things that lead up to why you got your ass whooping. I see why Leon Edwards didn't want to knock you out. I just want to punish your ass the whole entire time I got you in the ring. I don't even want to knock you out. I just want you to feel everything. And then that's exactly what happened. He came out there and looked like ass for talking that trash. And he got his ass beat. So shout out to Leon Edwards for whooping that motherfucker once again and doing all the wrong shit a motherfucker, a real man's supposed to do. So yeah, trade yourself, bum. That's some trash shit.
Man, can't agree anymore. He said everything that I would have said, man. Happy holidays, man. Of course, we got to give us some love, man. Jay, appreciate the intro, outro as always. Much love. Happy holiday season to you. Man, I'm not sure, but if you can check out A Breath of Fresh, it might be open tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve. If you're in La Crosse, Wisconsin area, man, check out A Breath of Fresh. Even after Christmas, you may not have had the cash then. Check out the Brother Focus over there at Jackson Street Plaza. All the latest Jordans, the outfits to go with. Also the shoe restoration. Press Break over here on the north side. They're not in the downtown location anymore, but over here on the north side, check out Press Break. Also, Saturday night, man, getting that Christmas cheer. Download the app. Bump That Radio. Our brother Dietrich Manuel doing big things. He was just down in Atlanta. Download that app. Bump That Radio, man. Trying to bring music back. Trying to bring radio back to like how it used to be. As well, The Closet. Where's The Closet at?
Fifth and King.
Fifth and King, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Check out The Closet. All the latest kicks. Doing big things over there, man. You don't have to go to Milwaukee anymore. You ain't got to go to the cities. La Crosse, The Closet gonna get you right, man. And also, we got to give a mad shout out. Check out the Old Headz Bad Santa t-shirts, sweatshirts, man. If you guys are interested, inbox me at Old Headz on Facebook. Also, you can talk to us on YouTube. Like and subscribe, man. Old Head Sports Podcast on YouTube. Also, Hendo, Ceehendo, Hendo on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And Cuzzo, almost forgot. King KO Car Wash, man. We've been blessed with not a lot of rain and snow so far. But man, you want to get them cars clean, man, before the new year. Get your car looking right. go check out King KO Car Wash, man, over there on LaCrosse Street, LaCrosse, Wisconsin. Cuz doing great work, detailing inside, outside, all that good stuff, man. But we want to give nothing but much love out there. We thank y'all for following y'all. You see us in the streets, man. We always willing to debate. I know I am. I'll drop the milk down right there. You know what I'm saying? Right at KT. If you want to debate, especially if you talking that Kobe in the top 3 jump, you know, we can go right there. But anyway, I'm your
What you say about Joe
co-host.
Montana?
What you say about Joe Montana? I'm your co-host, Omar, aka O'Milly, aka that dude, aka Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Happy holidays here from us at Old Heads, man. Want y'all to be safe, man. Eat some good food. If you drink responsibly, man. All that good stuff. I'm gonna let these brothers, man, say what they gotta say. Old Heads, episode 80, man.
Boy, Bills, man, old heads from the basement. Get with us.
Yes, sir.
Man, Hendo, aka French Loaf, aka Mr. Honey Pack himself, man. Happy holidays, man.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for watching, messing with us from every week, every Saturday, man. Keep tuning in, keep subscribing, keep liking, man.
Appreciate it. Old Heads, happy holidays, man. Episode 80, episode 81 coming same time next week from the basement. Yee.
Look at us.
Hold on, up.
That's all right.
Holy shit.
Hold on.